Hey guys, how's it going? So for this video, I am really looking forward to discussing and analyzing the promo trailer for the 9th episode of Season 4 of Better Call Saul, entitled Wiedersehen. Alright, let's jump right into this one. Okay, so the first plot that I want to discuss that was displayed to us in this promo trailer for Episode 9 is the plot of Jimmy and Kim, whose plot following the conclusion of Episode 8 seems to be more open-ended than it has ever been heading into any episode of Better Call Saul so far this season. So, taking that into account, the first clip that was presented to us in this trailer surrounding the plot of these two characters displayed a clip of Jimmy McGill, which then immediately cut to a clip of Jimmy and Kim at what could be Loyola's Diner, where we can hear Jimmy state to Kim, quote, "This time next week, I will once again be James McGill Esquire," thus implying that in 1 week from now, Jimmy's 1-year legal suspension will finally be completed in the plot of Better Call Saul. And that being said, this plot involving the end of Jimmy's legal suspension is really the only definitive plot that was revealed to us in this trailer, which also displayed another clip of Jimmy which could possibly relate to this process of him going through all of the formalities involving him getting his law license back, where we can hear him state to an unknown person out of frame, quote, "That's the best thing I've ever done." So, taking all of these clips about the plot of these two characters into account, while it appears that this episode will begin to set us up for Jimmy to get his law license back so that he can eventually start down the path to becoming the lawyer that he was in Breaking Bad, which at the rate his plot is transpiring in Season 4 will likely encompass the majority of his plot in Season 5, outside of this, we are still very unaware of what exactly the plot of Kim Wexler will have in store for us in this next episode as it pertains to her relationship with Jimmy McGill. And taking that into consideration, as I discussed in depth in my previous video on the subject of the future of Kim Wexler in the plot of Better Call Saul, based on the plot of Kim that transpired over the course of the previous episode, where at the end of this plot, she stated to Jimmy that she wanted to do something wild and illegal, like what they did for Huel again. This, as a result, makes Kim's plot moving forward in Season 4 of Better Call Saul incredibly open-ended, and also seemingly in a position for some exciting twists and turns heading into the next episode. And with all of this in mind, also in regards to the open-ended nature of the plot of Jimmy and Kim in this next episode, we also saw several clips in this trailer of Jimmy and Kim of a completely unknown context, including Kim standing on what appears to be the top floor of a parking lot, a clip of Jimmy's car speeding through what could be the same parking lot, a clip of Kim looking at what could be a scale model of some kind, which could relate to her plot involving Mesa Verde, and a clip of Kim of an unknown context walking down the street, all of which are so incredibly open-ended that speculating on the context of these clips would seemingly be a futile endeavor. And with all of these clips of Jimmy and Kim that were presented to us in this trailer for Episode 9 being taken into consideration, as a side note, notably absent from this trailer for Episode 9 was Howard Hamlin, who has not appeared in the plot of Better Call Saul since the 6th episode of Season 4, when we saw him meet with Jimmy at HHM, where we learned that following Chuck's death, HHM has been experiencing some financial as well as reputational setbacks. So, taking that into account, following the 9-month time lapse that occurred in the plot of Episode 7, I will be very curious to see what happened to Howard and HHM over the course of these now almost 10 months heading into Episode 9, which I assume will be displayed to us at some point in time by the creators prior to the conclusion of Season 4. So, in addition to the plot involving Jimmy and Kim, this trailer also presented us with a couple of clips surrounding the plot of Lalo and Nacho, which I discussed in depth in a previous video. So, that being said, besides the scene of Lalo and Nacho visiting Hector at Casa Tranquila that was displayed to us in a sneak peek scene prior to Episode 9, I am also extremely excited to see what else the plot of these two characters will have in store for us in the immediate future, and I am also very interested to see more of Lalo's personality revealed to us in this next episode, and what the dynamic between Lalo and Nacho will be in this next episode as well. And finally, the last plot that was presented to us in this trailer displayed some clips involving the storyline relating to the plot of Gus Fring and the construction of the superlab underneath the industrial laundry. So, taking that into account, possibly relating to this plot, this trailer presented us with the first appearance of Tyrus in the plot of Better Call Saul, since we saw him assisting Mike with the logistics of setting up the accommodations for the German workers at the industrial warehouse in the 6th episode of Season 4, who we can see in this trailer in what looks to be a semi-truck state to an unknown person, quote, "I'm in position." And taking that into account, while we cannot know for certain what the exact context of this clip will be, I wonder if this clip of Tyrus could in some way relate to the construction of the superlab that will be taking place in this next episode, which based on the dialogue that has transpired over the course of the last few episodes, will in some way need to involve a major construction blast in order to make room for the elevator shaft. And with this in mind, this premise involving the plot of Tyrus helping in some way with the construction of the superlab in the next episode brings us to the plot surrounding the German workers' involvement in the construction of the superlab as well. And that being said, in regards to this plot in the next episode, I think we can all assume that it is very likely that this construction blast will not go without some challenges for Mike as well as for these German workers, which even appears to be foreshadowed by the somewhat eerie title Wiedersehen that was given to this episode. And taking all of these details about this plot into consideration, like most of the plots that have been teased to us heading into this 9th episode of Season 4, the extremely open-ended nature of this plot involving the construction of the superlab has me really perplexed as well as somewhat anxious in regards to what exactly will happen during this plot in the next episode. Furthermore, in addition to the main plot involving the construction of the superlab, this trailer also presented us with a clip of Mike of an unknown context at what appears to be someone's home, as well as a clip of Gus at the Los Pollos Hermanos restaurant stating to a customer out of frame, quote, "Is there anything else I can do for you?" Both of which appear to indicate that there will also be much more to the plot of these characters in this episode than just the construction of the superlab, which I am very much looking forward to seeing displayed to us next week. And with all of that being stated, due to the fact that this 9th episode of Season 4 of Better Call Saul will apparently contain the greatest number of open-ended plots to take place in an episode so far of this season, I must say that I am really just looking forward to sitting back and watching all of these extremely intriguing plots unfold next week, which will seemingly reveal to us what direction the creators of Better Call Saul are planning on taking the Season 4 finale in order to set us up for the 5th, but hopefully not final season of Better Call Saul. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video and also want to see additional analysis of the current 4th season of Better Call Saul, then definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos where I discuss and analyze the plot of the remaining episodes of Season 4 of Better Call Saul. As always, my name is Anton Jackson. Thanks again for watching, and thank you so much for supporting this channel.